Now, back here in the nation's capital, the House will vote on the latest amendments to the defense spending bill, including the Amash Amendment, which calls to defund the National Security Agency's domestic surveillance program, along with another amendment which bars the NSA from collecting information on Americans unless they're actively under investigation. Now, political correspondent Sam Sachs is live from Capitol Hill with all the latest. How you doing, Sam? Can you hear me?
Hey, Aaron.
So what's the latest on the efforts in Congress to do something about the NSA?
Right, so as you mentioned, Congress is working through about 100 amendments to the defense spending bill. And the very last amendment, the 100th amendment that's going to be considered, is from Congressman Justin Amash from Michigan. And his amendment is pretty simple. It basically defunds the NSA's program that uses Section 215 of the Patriot Act to collect massive amounts of data on American citizens. Now, Section 215, it's that section that allows the NSA to go to third-party businesses like Verizon to collect records. We've since learned from Edward Snowden's leaks that that's been interpreted to mean that the NSA can collect records on virtually all Americans, and the FISA court has also rubber-stamped that. Now, while this is going on, while this vote's going to take place on Congressman Amash's amendment, the NSA's chief, Keith Alexander, is also coming to the Hill to lobby members of Congress and the House Intelligence Committee to vote against this, to say that defunding the NSA's Section 215 surveillance program is unwise. So you kind of see this battle taking place right here on the Hill already.
Now, Sam, just how much support is there for the amendment, and if it passes, what happens?
Well, interesting story here is it wasn't believed that this amendment would even get a chance for a vote on the floor. But really, the leadership in the House, the Republican leadership, was forced into it. Congressman Amash had people by his side who promised that they would vote down the rule to even consider the bill if this amendment isn't allowed on the floor. So there is some support from it. Also, this bill has co-sponsors. This amendment, has co-sponsors from the Progressive Caucus, like Congressman John Conyers and Congressman Jared Polis. But it still has a long way to go. If you think about it, you're looking at the far left wings of Congress and the far right wings of Congress joining together to do something about the NSA here, while the whole middle in the establishment really doesn't want to have anything to do with this. And you also saw the Senate intelligence chairs, Senator Dianne Feinstein and Mike Rogers, come out and say that this is unwise. We can't be defunding this NSA program that's helped save lives. So it really has a long way to go to pass. But it's really important because this is the first time that members of Congress are going to be put on record on what they think about the NSA's spying program that's been revealed from Edward Snowden's leaks.
Now, is it fair to say that none of this would be possible without the leaks?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, clearly, this provision wouldn't really have any context without the leaks, nor would it even have a chance to limit these surveillance powers of the NSA without anyone knowing that this stuff was going on. But we've seen a lot of other action on the Hill since these leaks came out. In the Senate, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Patrick Leahy, is moving a bill that he says he has 60 votes for that's going to change the Electronic Communications Privacy Act to prevent law enforcement agencies from confiscating people's emails and electronic communications past 180 days. These are reforms that privacy groups have been pushing for quite a while that haven't gotten any traction, but are now finally getting some traction now that people are aware of just how broad a lot of this surveillance is.
That was political commentator Sam Sachs. Thank you, Sam.